404, Smack Overflow. Number 412, Keeper of the Skate. Number 416, Bash Tag. Number 47, your captain, Nikita Chiquita. Number 562, Cat Possible. Number 631, Mads Kills. Number 696, Blasphemous. Number 8, Jet Set. Number 847, L on Wheels. And wearing white, the North Arizona Roller Derby Whiskey Rollers. Number 1031, your captain, Halloween. Number 12, Shenanigans. Number 13, Hugs and Stitches. Number 24, Spitfire. Number 26, Destroyer. Number 321, Vivian Slaya. Number 54, Mecha Freakenstein. Number 562, Tinkerhell. Number 61, B Randy. Number 7, Glitter Bomb. Number 88, Joya Destroya. Y'all, we are just 30 seconds away from the start of this game. I personally played both of these teams yesterday, and they play beautifully, and it is going to be a battle. I just know it. Fun fact, this will be your same matchup in the gold medal game at 6 p.m. this evening. So if you like what you see here at noon, you're going to like what you see even more in a gold medal game at 6 p.m. Shout out to our officials here in Game 6, Stack Trace, Identity Crisis, Ultraviolet Blue, Pterodactyl, Sonar, Zookeeper, Snarkamedes, Clickbait, Radar, Bacon the Question, MILF and Cookies, Battlin', Radar, Nitro G, Malicious Compliance, Doppelganger, MILF and Cookies. We are off. It looks like we've got Miss Enigma for Denver on the line and Halloween for North Arizona. Halloween finding some light and getting lead jam. Miss Enigma not too far behind. We do see a big running pack. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of cardio in this game. We will see Halloween crash through and call it off. I'm intrigued to see if we get any high point jams in this period or if we really stick to some strategic point for point roller derby. Ooh, both teams held scoreless on that last jam. Thank you, Red Hoat. It's Northern, not North. Silly me. I'm going to stick with NAZRD, I think, moving forward. That's what I heard all the cool people say. Ooh, NAZRD with 2 points on the board there. Both teams starting at the top of the pack at the pivot line. Those jammers hitting. Number 7, Glitter Bomb for NAZRD and L on Wheels there for Denver. Glitter Bomb getting stuck in the back of the pack by a very strong Denver wall, looking for some offense. L on Wheels coming back, approaching the pack. We will see a big hit from the pivot. Number 6-1, B Randy. B Randy also recycling L on Wheels back to the pivot line. Jet Set trying to play some O on the outside, but L gets knocked to the inside and calls it off. Will there be points on that jam? There will. 2 for 2. Y'all, this is going to be a really good game. Oh, Smack. Mama Smack in the chat coming through with some love. We love to see it. Ooh, 1-2. 1 point. We said here's 2. Never mind. We take 1 away. Vivian Slaya out for NAZRD. Smack Overflow out for Denver. Big recycle back on Smack by Hugs and Stitches. Vivian Slaya trying to find some room on the inside line, but not finding it. Smack pushing. Smack is a tall, strong jammer, let me tell you. But Vivian Slaya is also a really tall, strong jammer. I live for a tall jammer matchup. Oh, a big hit out by Wes Slamderson from Denver. Smack still pushing. Both jammers stuck at this turn 1. Hugs and Stitches really getting low on Smack there. Will we see an out of play call, or will the pack keep moving forward? Vivian Slaya finally through, but going to not receive lead. That's interesting. It looks like we might have a full 2-minute jam. I wonder if it was a no pass, no penalty. I did not see the hand motion from the ref. I'm so sorry, y'all. We've got a lot of love in the chat for Denver and some for Stitches on NAZRD. And yeah, I think I really fit in with the in crowd when I say NAZRD. Oh, a beautiful hip flip from Vivian Slea there. Smack trying to find a star pass. Oh no, but it was denied because Smack is going to the box. So this will be a power jam for NAZRD. And let me tell you, anytime they got a power jam when we played them yesterday, it was a big point jam. Vivian Slea struggling to get up a little bit. Y'all, we are playing 4 games each this weekend, and it is a lot. It's a lot. But Vivian Slea has scored 4 points already in this jam with just 4 seconds remaining. Big recycle back by, wow, I forgot English. Hope Flash is Stitch's mama. We love to see it. We've got love from the mamas in the chat today, and that is my favorite here. 8 points on the board for NAZRD in that jam. Denver held scoreless with their jammer iced in the box. So we will see a power jam start here for Halloween. We do see NAZRD with a slight pack disadvantage, but we'll see what happens. They made it happen last time. Choosing to stop at the back of the pack for a little strategery, and because that Denver jammer is standing, got to be prepared for that defense. We all want a little offense as jammers, but man, it is not always possible as a blocker. Smack really staying true to her name and just smacking those blockers, but still getting a little caught. This pink helmet trio is really, really strong. Royal Tenenbaum headed to the box from Denver. Holly Ween still really pushing in the back. Bash tag going with a little, see, no hands here. We good. Holly Ween snuck through on the outside line. We do see another Denver blocker headed to the box, jet set. Another attempted star pass by Denver that just didn't happen because Smack is going back to the box. Big pack advantage here for NAZRD as Holly Ween comes through, calling for her blockers to, looked like calling for her blockers to go, but maybe that was the trick. A beautiful hip flip from Holly Ween to snag those points. Fun fact, or not, maybe, yes, I was looking at the wrong side. If a blocker is in the box, that jammer, if they pass the remaining blockers who are on the track, you get the points of the people in the box. And that is exciting. Free points. Smack Overflow getting some really, really great advice for we tall jammers from her coach. When you get called on a high block trying to do a star pass, it's probably because you're reaching over your opposing blockers, which for we tall people seems really natural, but it is quite dangerous in terms of penalty shenanigans. Denver held scoreless again. NAZRD really just holding those Denver jammers. This is also a story of penalties here, which has honestly been the theme of this weekend. These games have been very, very influenced by penalties. I would love to take this time to mention some of our tournament sponsors here. What I like to tell my team is hydrate or dihydrate, and nothing could be more true than our tournament sponsor, El Dorado Natural Spring Water. El Dorado Springs' mission is to create a better life for their customers by providing high-quality natural spring water, fostering community engagement, and promoting sustainability. Also, I would be remiss to not shout out another tournament sponsor, which I happen to be working very close with, Peitzer Productions. At Peitzer Productions, they specialize in dynamic, high-quality live video productions. We've got multi-camera setups, live graphics, and flawless live streaming. They turn their event into a broadcast-ready experience. Let them handle the tech, and you focus on the moment. I can confirm we are just so focused on the moment here. Glitter Bomb out for a power start. But perhaps a quick official timeout so that everybody can get to their places. A quick chat with the outside pack refs from the head ref. Our refs here are also all volunteers, so a lot of them are learning how to do this. Our head refs really are just instrumental in ensuring that we keep a safe gameplay in this incredibly competitive, high impact sport. We couldn't do it without them, and we are just so grateful to our zebra friends. When we're talking about safety, I would love to tell you about Skate Rats. Skate Rats caters to roller derby and all kinds of roller skating and skateboarding. Skate Rats operates out of the heart of downtown Loveland, Colorado, which is a mere 30 minutes north from here in Longmont. Shipping roller derby and skateboard equipment worldwide. Incredible local skate shop who is also one of our amazing sponsors. There is probably a post in our team Slack every 3 days being like, I'm going to Skate Rats, anybody need anything? They're just the best. They can make your dream skates come true, whether you live here locally or far, far away. They will happily help you out. Smack really can't get enough derby. It is wild. It is wild. She said, I'll just take a couple more penalties. That way I get to jam a few back to back. Because that is every jammer's dream come true. I happened to take a star pass in that last game, and let me tell you, it is not my dream come true. But things that would help me post-jam, because by golly gee, it really takes it out of me, would be another one of our tournament sponsors, Saps Natural Sports Drink. Saps Natural is nature's sports drink, inspired by the idea of returning the electrolyte drink to its roots. Saps is filled with 1,900 milligrams of electrolytes, no added sugar, and 20 different functional ingredients. Coming in at just 25 calories per 16-ounce serving, Saps is the healthy electrolyte drink of the future with a perfect dose of the past. We are back. Both teams setting up at that pivot line. Denver planning to probably run it. Glitterbomb challenging those links, but not quite finding success. Glitterbomb has an insane talent of keeping those feet moving. She just never stops. And I do apologize, everyone. I do not have pronouns listed here on my roster list. So if anybody knows people's pronouns and wants to throw them in the chat if I'm getting them wrong, I would really love that. Glitter Bomb is through. We do see Denver getting a little stressed about the potential penalties, but nothing's getting called, and we must trust our zebras. Smack is back out on the track and trying to really use those legs, Smack. This is going to be a multiplayer call for sure. That's an easy one. I could see that from here. So Smack is out and getting dressed, and we will see a double penalty on number 13, Hugs and Stitches, for exiting the track illegally. So when you get called on a penalty, you may not keep skating on the track. So if you skate forward or backwards to get to the box, you will get a second penalty, which, let me tell you, is just a bummer to sit in the box for a whole minute while your team is just out there really trying. So you must leave. You must put your hands up, stop engaging in contact, and say, okay, I'm out, I'm not doing anything, and you must skate perpendicular straight off the track. It's really hard to remember, though, when adrenaline is coursing through your veins. Vivian Slaya back out on the track versus Yeety Bird. Yeety Bird making some progress, but NAZRD really waterfalling well to catch them again. Bash with some beautiful bridging, but Yeety Bird will get through as lead jammer. Vivian Slaya finding some room on the outside as Bashtag goes to the box from Denver. We've got both pivots in the box, so there will be no potential passing happening here. Yeety Bird really moving, finding room on that inside line, and calling it off after they get a quick 4 points. We are back on the track. We've got Blasphemous for Denver and Holly Ween. Holly Ween with a quick hit out on Blasphemous. You almost saw it coming, but Blast was not quite ready. Holly Ween really took the Denver blockers by storm there and found some room on that inside line. Denver blockers really trying to come back together and form a pack here. But we do see a big hit from Holly Ween. And that is not going to go her way. Power jam for Denver with Hugs and Stitches back on the track. That's going to be a big problem for Blasphemous. We do see a pass attempt, but Bash actually ended up just playing some offense. Hugs and Stitches really just Velcros herself to these jammers. It's pretty wild, but she went out. So if Blasphemous can get back out in front of her, yeah, Blasphemous is up and through. Holly Ween is standing, though, so Denver has to prepare, and they've got all 4 blockers pretty much ready to take Holly Ween. Sometimes it is not worth trying to send offense when you have jammers who hit like this and push so hard. Something I can say about the NAZRD jammers is that although there are 3 of them, they stay so consistent, they stay so strong throughout the whole game, and it's just frankly very impressive. Big hit out, but we will see a cut on Blasphemous. So a power jam for NAZRD. We're just trading power jams here. We love to see it. But that does mean this will be a full 2-minute jam. So these people are going to get their cardio in today. Holly Ween coming in and taking out her own blocker and then cutting in on that 45 with just stunning precision. Denver really trying to set up here for some solid defense. If it were me, though, y'all, I would avoid the apex at all cost. Oh, that was a big one. We did see a big hit from Keeper of the Skate onto Spitfire. Just as Blasphemous gets released from the box, we will see that jam come to its natural conclusion. Another one of our fabulous tournament sponsors, Solana Studios. The Solana Studios are passionate about their community. They love and adore their clients. They provide high-quality, hypoallergenic jewelry, whether it's permanent jewelry, fashion jewelry, or piercing jewelry. They love helping clients find their own unique personal style. They can curate a look for you, and they love doing it. They also offer micro-channeling in the studio, which is a great way to induce collagen and elastin production. Oh my God, how exciting. It's great for face, scars, and stretch marks, even can help with hair loss and literally regrow thinning hair. We will give you the glow you never knew you needed. Let Solana Studios adorn you. Y'all, I could use some hair. You can't see me, but I'm bald. Thank you so much to Be Nasty for the fabulous pronoun information. I really, really appreciate it. I don't see spit number 2-4 in the box at the moment, so I don't think they actually did get a penalty. At least not at the end of the jam. I believe they got one in the middle of the jam, but I'm not sure what it was. I will say, Spitfire is a Spitfire. She is out there just fighting every time, and I'm so impressed. We will have Glitter Bomb and Miss Enigma on the line for the next jam, which frankly is going to be one of my favorite matchups to watch in this whole weekend. They both love the lines. They both are super agile and hard to hit out. And I don't know, I pity both walls, honestly. Thank you guys for the support in the chat. I'm actually having a great time here in this live stream. It's fun to talk to all of you out there in the world of the internet. We will have an after party this evening. If you're local but just didn't want to leave the house today, please do come on down to Oscar Blues after our 6 p.m. game. I would guess roughly 8 o'clock will be the time. All right, we do see kind of a spread pack here, which is really interesting. Bash ready to play some offense and or take a pass, but having to bridge. Miss E spreading that pack out. Oh, Jet Set getting in front with those beautiful whiskers. No lead jammer has been established yet, but we are getting close. And it will be, I don't know, Glitter Bomb, but Miss E is right behind her. Oh my goodness, I knew it'd be exciting. I just knew it. Both packs really running, making those refs work for it. Big hit out by Be Ready on Jet Set to keep her out of the way. That was exciting. Did we get any points on that? I don't know. Score right now, 7 Denver to 32 NAZRD. You will see at the bottom of your screen a couple of QR codes down there. We are an entirely volunteer-run organization. All roller derby is. So you'll see one QR code to donate to our league if you'd like to keep us rolling, and another QR code for our merch, our sweet, sexy merch. We will see Vivian Slaya as your lead jammer of record here in Jam 9 of Period 1. Elle on Wheels still fighting to get through, but really spreading the pack out. Wow, we could not have a more spread pack right now. All 8 blockers were totally spread out on the track like that, which is frankly just not a great place to be. Vivian Slaya getting called on a back block, so we will see a power jam for Elle on Wheels and Denver. This is honestly when Denver really shines, but instead we took a big tumble. But sometimes you make a big whiff. When you make a big play, you sometimes make a big whiff. Elle on the 45s with the hip flip. Big hits from Elle, needing to challenge those links. We're getting close to a multiplayer here, but Elle is really going to push. 13 is not the one I would want ready for. We will see number 88, Joya Destroyer from NAZRD, headed to the box. Elle coming around, hoping to score another 4 points. And there's Spitfire. Maybe we did make Spitfire mad. Elle getting really stuck on these hips. NAZRD holding strong, but Elle does find a way through. Spitfire headed back to the box. And another failure to exit on Spitfire. It really is so hard to remember sometimes to exit the track correctly, because you feel like you're heading straight for the box, but if you do not exit perpendicular to the action, you will get another 30 seconds. Vivian Slaya back on the track and making an easy 4 points out of that. Elle instrumental in getting some more points on the board for Denver. 9 points total, 4 for NAZRD. We do see a timeout being called by NAZRD. Sometimes when you lose momentum, it is just good to take a timeout. You make the whole team breathe together. Sometimes all you have to do is just take a break and it can change everything. Each team gets 3 times out. English. Each team gets 3 timeouts and 1 official review per period. Use them or lose them, baby. Let's talk about another one of our fabulous tournament sponsors, Hoplark. Hoplark is what happens when you brew tea like a craft beer. Unexpected yet surprisingly familiar. A new way to experience hops. They're bold, refreshing, and a bit unusual. Precisely how we like it. They make like teas, they make things that kind of taste like beer. I had one at work one time and I was like, is someone going to worry that I am drinking while I work at an ice cream shop? All right, we are going to start with Yeety Bird out for Denver. Holly Ween on the line for NAZRD. 2 NAZRD blockers in the box, 1 Denver blocker in the box. So a 3-2 pack advantage for Denver, but both packs are down. Holly Ween, man, she just lives for those lines, and it's so good. Yeety Bird really pushing against those 2 blockers. The NAZRD blockers being really smart by stacking their bodies versus trying to use their arms to avoid that multiplayer call. Jet Set also headed to the box. We've got 2 blockers standing, and Bashtag headed to the box. So we've got 1 blocker on the track for Denver. But Yeety Bird is lead, hoping to burn some time to get those blockers back out of the box so that we can have them on the track in the next jam. Holly Ween is through for 4. Yeedy Bird still has not gotten points, but needs to keep pushing so that we can clear that box for Denver. Holly Ween through for an easy 4 more. 8 points total on the board for Holly Ween here. Yeedy Bird really trying to find some light, but NAZRD just not letting it happen. Spitfire going from all the way from lane 4 all the way to lane 1. Holly Ween letting her friends know, hey, it's me, I'm coming through. Yeedy Bird through for 4, almost made it look easy on that last little section. Denver is giving the signal to just keep running it. We are going to, oh, never mind. We did see a call. Sometimes, regardless of what the bench says, you just need a minute. That's going to put 4 on the board for Denver, 12 for NAZRD with a 20-48 score. With just over 13 minutes left in this first half of our 6th game of this tournament, Glitter Bomb fighting and finds some space on the inside line like it was just made for her. Blasphemous already has that star off. Something Denver does really well is quick star passes, but She Be Dangerous did get knocked out on the outside line, and unfortunately a huge recycle back from Hugs and Stitches, who is just able to contain Jammer's solos so beautifully. Another big hit out by number 2-4, but She Be Dangerous did have great track awareness to know that she had already passed those other blockers. Glitter Bomb coming through for an easy jump 4. Glitter Bomb informing the wall that they should run just to get some cardio out of the way. I have such a curiosity about that choice. Like, did we want everybody to run really fast so that they get a little bit tired? Did we want everybody to, like, were we seeing if more points could be gotten? I just simply don't know, but I was here for it. Eight points on the board for NAZRD and Glitter Bomb in that last jam. Miss Enigma and Vivian Slaya here on the jam line. Bash trying to play some O. Big hit on Miss E. Let me tell you, that is not easy. Miss E is almost impossible to hit. Denver will be lead, but Vivian Slaya is right behind her. This is one of those times where you either get a lot of cardio, see if you both get points, or you just call it off. But instead, the packs are both running. If this were my game, I would tell everybody to stop running. Yes, NAZRD, way to slow it down. Slam Track headed to the box from Denver. Vivian Slaya, an easy 4 points on that inside line. Because again, when we are running like that and you can't stay together with your friends, sometimes there's just no hope. Yes, a nice suggestion to call it off before Vivian Slaya can come in for more points. Oh, 3 points on the board for Denver. That was exciting. Almost score for score. Just over 10 minutes left in this game as we head into Jam 13. Y'all, we have so much exciting stuff here in the in-house. I know you're not here, but I would love to tell you about it. We have Solana Studios doing permanent jewelry. We have Mountain Coast Ink doing the cutest tattoos. My friend Mac Daddy is getting a tattoo right now, a beautiful flower. We also had some people get a sleepy piggy. Someone got a tooth. That was kind of creepy, but hey, we like it. So if you need a tattoo, come on down. We've got Sadie B here doing face paint. We've got Alchemy Stitches doing handmade. If you need bandanas, if you need your skates to get some accessories, Lita's got you. We've got Ghost Crochet in the house. My God, we have so much going on here. And, you know, me and Ben are just up here in the crow's nest looking at everyone having so much fun. But we're having a good time, right, Ben? That's right. I got thumbs up from Ben. I'll take it. I'll take it. We've got an official timeout here. Official timeout. Some love from Vagician in the chat. We know we love her. Where are you, Vagician? Why are you not here? We need you yelling in person. We've got some chatting for the officials. The head ref had to converse with the NSO table, keeping track of everything. And that rolling whistle means we are back on. We've got Holly Ween and Elle on Wheels as your jammers for this Jam 13. Denver at a slight pack disadvantage with Slam Track still in the box. So 3-4 pack advantage for NAZRD. Holly Ween making easy work of that Denver wall. Elle on Wheels really fighting, but hoping for that pivot. Big hit to the inside on Elle on Wheels. Spitfire saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Sometimes that's the universal signal for oops. All right, Holly Ween with some really agile footwork. Slam Track coming out of the box, hoping to make some difference here. Oh, a beautiful waterfall from NAZRD, but we will see a no pack call, which lets Elle out. Someone's getting a cut track and a direction. We will see 2-6 from NAZRD in the box, I believe for a direction. I heard something about a cut track, but then a direction was also called. So perhaps we had some conflicting penalty ideas from our lovely refs. That's right, Fagician. We will see you in September for Beast Brawl, which is our last home game of the season, September 20th and 21st. It is our B team tournament. Our Bolters will be playing, as well as our home team champs. So the St. Vrain Swap Monsters will take on the High Peak Howlers in a high-intensity game. Oh, that was a wild no-pack call with nobody really moving, but it did let Yeety Bird through. Glitter Bomb also making use of that no-pack call and really stretching the pack and putting on the thrusters. Number 5-4 trying with that last line of defense on Yeety Bird, but she makes it through. Makes it right on through. Yes, Ginger Spice, welcome to the chat, my friend. We miss you this weekend. So much good defense happening, so much good offense happening, but almost no room for offense in how intense this defensive game must be on these jammers, all from both sides, honestly. Huge pack disadvantage for NAZRD heading into this Jam 15, but if there's any two people who I think are going to hold no problem, it is 2-4 and 1-3. Spitfire back to the box for a forearm while Smack makes it through. Quick star pass to Hugs and Stitches. Smack has very little time to make something happen before she can call it off. Both packs running. Oh. Big call off from Smack, hoping to make it happen before Hugs and Stitches, but Hugs and Stitches does see 1 point. The score 29-69 with NAZRD still in the lead. But honestly, this is not impossible. When we played NAZRD yesterday, we being Boulder County, my name is Kat Claus. I do play for the Boulder County Flatiron Phoenixes. When we played them yesterday, we had a 0-40 point deficit, and we did come back from it. We had lead for a little while, but by golly, NAZRD took the win in the end. They are scrappy, they are determined, and I'm so into it. Oh, 2 points for Hugs and Stitches on that last game. A point-for-point game. I hope your son has the best time moving to college, Ginger Spice. I'm so glad you're getting to spend time with him. Glitter Bomb and Blasphemous will be your next jammers. A player from NAZRD getting seen by our fabulous medics. We just appreciate our medics so much. We could not do it without them, and again, all volunteers. So if you are local, you are here, you are a medical professional, an EMT, a nurse, a physician's assistant, you know CPR, come hang out with us. We would love to let you watch some free derby. Blasphemous stuck at the front of this pack. Glitter Bomb with a hit out by Bash Tag. But they're Jet Set there for it. But Glitter Bomb says, no thank you. I'm going to sneak right through for lead. Trying to get some good O in there for Blasphemous to get her out, but no dice before they had to come play defense. Number 2-4, Spitfire coming in for a big hit on Bash Tag, but it is not going to work. Bash is so hard to move no matter how hard you try. Both jammers stuck on the pack again. Glitter Bomb really trying to move her feet to see if she can make it through. Blasphemous just getting really stuck on that wall from NAZRD. It is just so solid. Both walls, but Glitter Bomb finds the light. Denver switching quickly to offense as Bashtag comes through to grab that star pass. I heard a whistle. Someone got a penalty, but unclear who. Blasphemous headed to the box on a back block, but they will get iced into that box for the full 30 seconds because they did not make it before the jam ended. Bashtag going to rescue the pivot stripe from the track. Did they miss the point for Denver in the penalty box? It looks like maybe? They don't have any points on the board, but Denver is not calling an official review on it, so I guess they're saying alas and alack. 29-75 as Halloween gets lead in Jam 17. 5 minutes, just under 6 minutes left in this jam. Miss Enigma finds the light as well. Halloween with a stunning apex jump. Gonna call it off before Miss E can even make it back. Full 4 points for Halloween on that. I'm just scared to jump, y'all. It looks dangerous. I like to keep my feet firmly planted on the floor. Honestly, the Denver culture of adult players coaching the juniors, the high-level players coaching the lower-level teams, it's really just awesome to watch. There's so much support in Denver for all of their players, and we love to see it. Oh, L on Wheels got a big hit to the out and almost took Glitter Bomb out with her, but Glitter Bomb stayed up. Glitter Bomb is just so strong, man. Huge, beautiful pass from L to Bash. Bash really skating, hoping to make some points for Denver. We hear Glitter Bomb being told to call, but not doing it. I think trying to get at least 1 point. Someone going to the box. I think a white blocker. Yeah, a white blocker headed to the box on a forearm. So making sure that her team knows, hey, y'all, 1 down. 1 down. Bunch of box points haven't been added between days. Heard. I did see at least one of that in that last game. But we do love our officials, and we know they're doing their absolute best. Like we said, sometimes people are learning, so we try to be so kind. Both jammers just really making a muck of it here with the pack, but Halloween finds some friendly butts. White 2-4, Spitfire going back to the box on a forearm. I imagine Spitfire is at 5 or 6 penalties at this point, so that's a tricky place to be in the first period of a game. We've only got 3.5 minutes left in this period, so hopefully Spitfire can take a little break at halftime. I was a theater major, so I do say intermission and rehearsal a lot to my poor team, but we are here playing sports ball. Spitfire is standing, so NAZRD will return to full strength quite quickly. Number 5-4 from NAZRD taking the pivot. I don't know that we've seen Freakenstein take the pivot yet this weekend, but I'm excited for it. I just would never leave any room for Glitter Bomb to try to run, so I'm glad that Denver pushed back like that. Smacking! Smack doing what Smack does. Beautiful rotation from Denver. Big hit from Bash. But a directional, called on Bash for that. I don't know that from my perch I would have agreed, but that's why I am not a ref. Smack Overflow is your lead jammer of record here. Lots of love for Smack on the chat. Smack stuck in the back, so gonna call it off before Glitter Bomb can approach for more points. Really smart move by Denver. Get as many points as you can and do not let NAZRD get any. Score sitting 31-84 with just over 2 minutes left in period 1. I know that the scoreboard says period 2, but by golly, it's period 1. Holly Ween, man, making it look like she doesn't even have to try. Big hit from number 1-3 on Blasphemous. Y'all, I'm starting to memorize numbers. It's getting scary. Bash tag is standing, but we do see Jet Set in the box as well. Holly Ween through for 4 points. Looking to the bench. They say, keep running it, y'all. Let's get it. NAZRD really trying to spread the points, the point spread here. It's a lot of use of the word spread. Bash tag with an apex jump. Okay, pivot. I see you. I would literally never. 8 points on the board for Holly Ween so far. Big pile up in the back of the pack here, checking in to make sure everybody's okay, and it looks good. Blasphemous found some light, but in doing so, made more room for Holly Ween to sneak through for 12 points on the board on this jam. NAZRD approaching that century mark. Will they make it on this one? I don't know. Holly Ween is determined, though, that's for sure. Oh, what a mess. This is just a big old pileup. Like, there's no good things that happen in that moment. Oh, no. Yep, Holly Ween was not sure if she got called on a penalty, and she did. So this jam will run the full 2 minutes as she was lead. Bash tag has taken a pass, and she's going to skate. She's going to skate the whole time. You got this, Bash. I love you. I see you. But first you must get dressed to get those points, buddy. Oh, that's a bummer that Bash lost her speed coming into that pack there, because that is her bread and butter. That's where she shines. She can just come in and blow somebody up like nothing has ever happened. Is BroBQ, is Whitney their derby name or their human name? Because I could get you the number if I have their derby name. No points on the board for that star pass, but not for nothing. Bash gave it her all. LOL, right, Vagician, what are legal names? .404 smack overflow. Fun fact, my derby name is my legal name because I am indecisive and I simply couldn't make a decision, so cat claws, it stayed. Oh my gosh, no, BroBQ, you're doing so great. You're doing great. I love that you're here. Welcome to the club. It's a beautiful place to be, and we're so happy you're here. Oh my God, I forgot to also mention that we have a food truck here, a full bar with lots of donated, lovely, delicious drinks from Bootstrap Brewing, 300 Suns, Spirit Hound Distillery, and Long's Peak Pub. If you are local as well, mention Boulder County Roller Derby this weekend at Long's Peak Pub for a free 5-ounce beer taster or small French fries for your table. They hosted our after party last night, and we just love them so much there. They are so good to us, and we are so happy to have them as one of our tournament sponsors. We do see Cosmo from Denver, who skates with Mile High Club and Bruising Altitude, doing some really awesome jammer coaching, giving great feedback to those jammers. We also have He-Nanigans over on the NAZRD bench, who is doing the same. Both teams have really, really great support for their jammers. It is such a tough mental game for jammers. You are out there basically by yourself, or even though you're not, it really feels like you are. And to get hit like that over and over and over again and knocked out and hit down, it just, man, it's a lot. We do have an official review here. Gay and Rat are here as well. It's true. Like I said, nothing but support and love on the Denver bench. I just happened to specifically see Cosmo like bending herself in half to show a jammer what she wanted them to do. We did have an official review. I can't quite figure out what it was, but it does not look as though whichever team called it retained that official review. It looks like we are just where we're at again. And if you use your official review and you do not win, you lose it. Use it or lose it, right? So If you win it, though, you get to retain, and you could potentially call another official review in that same period. Beautiful blocking by Mads Kills, just really getting low. Glitter Bomb challenging those links, but Slam Track getting back in front. Miss E's lead, which left North Arizona ready to play some offense. Glitter Bomb bean dipped right around Royal, and we will see Royal headed to the box. I'm not quite sure on what, but a pack advantage for NAZRD. Miss E with those stunning hip flips around those hips of that. Oh, but Be Ready really came in with a big hit. Number 6 one from NAZRD. You rarely see Miss E hit the floor, so I cannot even imagine how that must have felt. Be Nasty, you might not be wrong. You might not be wrong, buddy. It is a blocker party for NAZRD in the box, both the pivot and a blocker. Denver icing those 2 blockers in the box, including the pivot, right? Not Be Ready, Be Randy. Who am I? Good Lord. Oh, we are at halftime, not unofficial score. 35-104. Oh my God, hi Moose. Hey girl, hey. Tell those dogs I said hello. Once again, I am Cat Claus. It has been lovely to be here with you for this first period. We are going to take a quick 15-minute break, ignore what anything else says, and we will be back here in 15 minutes. Go hydrate, go pee, make sure you're back here and ready to go in 15 minutes. right, friends, we are back. We have seen a bench change up here, which when we played NAZRD, not even going to try with the North or Northern. We know I can't do it. Also, once again, Kat has just walked upstairs to get to this cute little perch. So please enjoy my heavy breathing for 30 seconds. We will see Holly Ween and Missy Nigma start this out. 2 blockers from NAZRD are iced in the box from that first period. The score, 37-104 NAZRD. Huge spread so far. I'm really excited about this. NAZRD was ranked 59th coming into this tournament, and I believe Denver was ranked 35, 34, somewhere in there. And this is going to be such an interesting weekend with the results of these games because there have been a lot of upsets. Miss E, Denver, getting lead for the first time in a hot minute. This is exciting. Holly Ween trying to perhaps, I thought she was maybe going to play a little defense on Miss E, but instead number 1-3 tries to hold. Both blockers from NAZRD released from the box and trying to waterfall through, but end up actually just taking their jammer out. But in the midst of that melee, we did see B. Randy take a star pass from Holly Ween, and we will see Miss E call that off. Miss E getting 4 points on that jam. No points for NAZRD. Denver finally holding NAZRD scoreless on that jam. This is going to be a really interesting second half. A point spread like this can really be a hard mental game to come back from, and it can really rattle people. In addition, Northern Arizona Roller Derby is having their jammers really fight a lot more to get out, get lead. And so is there a level of exhaustion happening here? I mean, I know I'm tired. Glitter Bomb just proving me wrong that she is fresh as a daisy and ready to go, grabbing lead here for NAZRD. L on Wheels, your jammer for Denver, really trying to make some progress at the front of the pack, but just running into such a strong wall at the front. Glitter Bomb recycled back. She Be Dangerous, sort of maybe being like maybe a cut, but no. Glitter Bomb adjusted appropriately and did re-enter behind everybody. Once again, just such a strong wall from Denver, but they are unable to send offense right now. And normally Denver is a really offense-heavy team, but unfortunately NAZRD is really making it so all blockers have to be present in a defensive position. I can confirm that from playing them yesterday. We were just telling our jammers, like, I'm so sorry, you're on your own, buddy. We love you, and we'll play it if we can. We'll play some offense if we can, but we've got to lock these jammers down. We did see a star pass to She Be Dangerous. Glitter Bomb making it through for another 4 points and a quick call off so that She Be Dangerous cannot score. Oh, by the way, Mama Smack says hi. I talked to her during halftime and she was so excited that you were in the chat. So she says hi, and I bet she said she loves you, but I'm just, putting that in there. We'll add on for Mama Smack. Yeety Bird and Vivian Slaya out on the track for your jammers. Vivian Slaya, I was worried she was maybe injured in that last half, but she is back. Jet Set really trying to push Yeety Bird through. That didn't work, so she said, okay, I'll play some offense. Then realizing she has to bridge. Vivian Slaya really pushing on that back of the pack, but not making much forward movement until she does to get lead. That was exciting. I didn't think that was going to happen, but Yeety Bird also finding some light. Denver trying to get a go. Yeety Bird does find some room on that outside line and turns on those thrusters to sneak through. Vivian Slaya getting the urge to call off from the bench from Heenanigans. 3 points on the board for NAZRD in that jam. Denver again held scoreless. This is so exciting, y'all. I can't believe I have to play in another game after this. This is going to be so fun. Once again, my name is Kat Claus, and I just could not be more happy to be here with all of you on the internet world. We will see that 5-second call. Holly Ween doing a little voguing before she hits the track, because why not? Smack playing a little defense here to see if we can open up some room for Denver. Smack just towing that outside line, not being able to get hit out by that white wall because Smack is just so strong. Wes Slamderson from Denver headed to the box. No pack called, which is going to release Smack and unfortunately Holly Ween. Nikita Chiquita headed to the box on a high block call. Smack is your lead jammer. Keeper of the skate, oh no, also headed to the box. We're getting the signal from the Denver bench to please just waste some time. She Be Dangerous and Smack getting their cardio in, really trying to find some holes for Smack, but there's only so much one sweet, sweet blocker can do on the track. She Be Dangerous trying to get a no pack called, but had to move forward on that. Holly Ween re-entering the pack after scoring 4 points, looking for 4 more, and does a great job of juking Wes Slamderson off that outside line so that she can get through. 8 points on the board so far for Holly Ween, but we will see Smack get 4 points. Holly Ween with a last minute apex jump, but I don't believe it's going to earn her any points on that last one as Smack was calling it off when she hit the air. I got you, Smack Mama, I got you. We will always relay messages from this sweet chat. We've got an official review being called by NAZRD. We've got love coming from Bakersfield, California for NAZRD. I like the call to free Wes and Nikita from Vagician. They did. They got free. Don't you worry. 30 seconds of punishment, and then they were out. Oh, Holly Ween did get called on a penalty. I'm not sure what she was called on, but we do see her in the box to start this jam. Hugs and stitches. Just taking a time for a quick handstand on the track because nothing says I've got plenty of energy like a random track handstand amidst a really physical game. What a great question about the bench change. So when we are playing sanctioned games, or I guess really any game, but especially in sanctioned games, which means it goes towards our rankings in WFTA, the Women's Flat Track, WFTDA, let's make it official, Women's Flat Track Derby Association. The high seed, so the team that is ranked higher, gets to choose what bench they want to start on. So you can either start closest to the jam line, that furthest back line where we start the jams, or you could start at the pivot line, the line that is further up. The low seed, whoever is ranked lower, does get to decide if we switch benches. So the high-seeded team gets to say, great, I want to start at the jam line, and then the lower-seeded team gets to say, honestly, we don't want to switch. We're going to stay right where we are. So that official review was for illegal contact on the jammer or illegal positioning. It will be retained in that Holly Ween will stay in the box. We are on a power jam start for Denver. Blasphemous is your lead jammer of record here in Jam 5 of period 2. a Denver blocker headed to the box. Holly Ween been released, but we do see 2 NAZRD blockers in the box. It's really impressive that with how much NAZRD has been in the box for their blockers, that they're able to keep this much of a point differential. It's really, really awesome. Blasphemous with a hip flip around. Will we get those points before she called it off? Waiting for the hand signal from the jam ref. Nope, big fat 0. Big fat 0 on that one. Glitter Bomb and Miss E will be your jammers here. That was a beautiful jam for Blasphemous. Really taking advantage of the fact that that NAZRD had a pack disadvantage there, and they are starting at another pack disadvantage with just Sweet B Randy 1v1 with Miss Enigma, which let me tell you, that is not a fight I want to enter. Glitter Bomb looking for a little love from her blockers, and while it may not have been the O that she wanted, it did sort of get Denver a little confused. Mads Kills coming out of the box with a vengeance. Big hit to try to get Miss E out. Miss E almost getting hit to the out, but she does stay solid and in and calls it off after getting, I think, 4 points. Yep, there they are. 4 points for Denver. I certainly can't speak to the NAZRD coaches and who should be here, but these were the same 3 coaches who were here yesterday, just doing a great, great job supporting that team. Elle on Wheels and Vivian Slaya here to start Jam 7. Vivian Slaya really likes to get a good run-up. She likes to get a good run-up. She never starts on the line. Number 88, Joya Destroyer, leaving the box and trying to play some offense, but no dice on that one. Hit out by Slam Track, and we will see a cut track called on Vivian Slaya, because she did not notice that Slam Track recycled back. It's so hard. Nice. Small falls from our teams here. Big hit from Elle on Wheels there for a power jam for Denver. Cat Possible leaving the box, hoping to make a difference here. Big hits from Denver. These are the kinds of hits that I expect here from our Denver standbys. Elle on Wheels with a beautiful hip flip to gain that point regardless of what happens next. Bash coming in to play some offense, but Elle getting stuck in the back on that pack. Big hit from Elle, but 562 stays solid. Big hit out from number 54, Freakenstein. Elle on Wheels finding some light. Almost held up, but gets right on through. Yeah, that is going to be a directional on Vivian Slaya, but we did see a star pass to our buddy B. Randy. Slam Track not quite clear, I think, that Vivian Slaya is no longer the jammer, or Slam Track is really just trying to make sure that, oh, that was a big hit your own teammate moment, which unfortunately no penalties can be called when you hit your own team. But our lovely medics did stand, just hoping to make sure everyone is okay. We love that they're always ready. Always ready. Just under 20 minutes left in this game. I told y'all this was going to be a good one. And regardless of the score, this has been a beautiful battle. Big hit from Holly Ween, the jammer for NAZRD. Yeety Bird also really trying. Keeper of the Skates with a hit out, but Holly Ween says, no, thank you, I'm going to get through. But Keeper of the Skates did hold that pivot from NAZRD away from Yeety Bird, allowing her to get out and gain some speed right on Holly Ween's tail. Both packs really running, once again saying, let's get some cardio in. We're making these refs run. Well, I love when the refs, okay, we've got 007 here, the ref who said, no, I'm not running around. I'm going to skate backwards until you make it back to me. Holly Ween saying, okay, we can run, but I'm going to get right through. Holly really consulting her teammates and calling it off. right before Yeety Bird could enter that pack again at that crazy speed. That is my, frankly, least favorite way to play roller derby. I don't need that much cardio in my life. No, that one jam in the last game for me was plenty. That was plenty. I've got my cardio for life. Literally, Be Nasty, they want to play USARs. I said that yesterday. I was like, it's kind of like we're playing USARs, and that is not what I signed up for, man. Smack, big hits from Smack. We've got a cut on the NAZRD pivot. Big hit from Jet Set. My God, I have had that hit. I have had that exact thing happen to me. And Jet Set is going to go to the box, but not for nothing. Smack again with a big hit as Glitter Bomb is coming around the track. Will Smack get some points before calling it? Yes, 3 points on the board for Smack. Though, that also should be 4 points because we do have somebody in the box. But maybe there's something I'm missing. We all know that the rules are not my strong suit. Be Nasty. Yes, Jet Set is very good at causing a small tinkle in a jammer. Vivian Slaya making it look easy as she runs up that outside line. Blasphemous being held back, but finding some light after a star pass. But it doesn't seem like the NAZRD blockers really realized that star pass happened. Vivian Slaya, though, saying, I'll take my 4 points and go ahead and call that off because I don't need Denver to get any points on this star pass. Bro BQ, you never apologize for asking questions. We love questions. Something about the cult of roller derby is that we also always want to talk about it. So whatever questions you have, if nobody in the chat is helping you out, I will definitely help you out, but there is no silly question here. Miss E playing a little defense to make sure that it was going to happen, hold Hollyween back so that she could find some light. Jet Set doing just enough to get her through, but Hollyween is right on her tail. I'm interested to see if the packs are going to run again, and by golly gee, they are. Cardio, USARs, here we go. It's just a really interesting choice, right? When we run like this, we're often not with our teammates. We're often not set up in what we call our wall, our tripods, where 3 people are set up kind of like a triangle. And if we can't find our friends, often the jammer can sneak right through on us, honestly, without even touching us, without even thinking about it. BroBQ, it sounds like you're a really, really nice friend, and I'm so happy that you're trying to support your friend and what she's super interested in because, let me tell you, we all get very obsessed. It's our whole personality. Glitter Bomb with just huge hits off that line can confirm that shoulder be pointy. Glitter Bomb will be your lead jammer of record here. Keeper of the skates headed to the box. Glitter Bomb trying to find some light. So is Elle on Wheels, and she will find it on that inside line. Denver trying to pocket, but seeing some offense there from their NAZRD blockers. Glitter Bomb said, you know what, never mind, I'm going to call this off. This second half is definitely going to be, regardless of point spread, a point-for-point call. We are not heading for big jams unless it is a power jam. We are getting 4 points, as many as possible, and we are calling that off because we do not need the opposite team getting any additional points. We're going to see shorter jams unless there are penalties. None of this 2-minute nonsense. Score sitting at 68 to 135, heading into Jam 13. Vivian Slaya, again, just making it look easy. Oh, getting through on that inside line. Smack, again, doing what she does, which is smack people. But NAZRD says, we can handle it. We can handle it. Big hit from Vivian Slaya, but also beautiful pocketing from the Denver wall. Slam Track attempted to recycle, but Vivian Slaya was too fast. I'm sorry, did Vivian Slaya just do a split? Did anybody else see Vivian Slaya just land in a split, trying to leap over her own teammate? Please, somebody in the chat, tell me I'm not crazy. Yes, thank you, Hope Flash. Ouch! I would die. I would never dance again. My ballet career would be over. Not that it ever began. We do see the 5-second call. We've got Yeety Bird back on the track. But Holly Ween said, I'm going to take lead one more time. One more time. NAZRD just having really consistent lead jammer status this whole game. And able to really make it back around the track quickly, right? Like, it's one thing to get lead jammer, but for me, at least, when I jam, I take my sweet time coming back around the track because, as I said, cardio, not my jam. And so if you are a fast skater and you can get through quickly and get back to the pack, whew, you are unstoppable. Once again, USARS has entered the building. And we are just running, but Hugs and Stitches says, no, let's stop. Let's slow it down, let's get together, and we will see that jam be called off by Holly Ween. Will we see a point? Be nasty. I'm gonna ask her. Probably not right now because I think I'll get in trouble if I yell down to her from my little perch, but I will ask her at halftime or in between the next games. The score is 69 Denver to 143 NAZRD. 12 minutes left in this game. We've got an official timeout happening. Not really sure what it's all about, but here we are. Maybe we just needed to hydrate. There is a tiny human here who has done cartwheels consistently around the entire track for that whole jam. She started on the other side of the building and she has now just made it to me. Boundless energy, these children, let me tell you. Be nasty, you stop that. You stop that now. Ultraviolet Blue approaching the box, trying to see what's happening. We've got our clipboards. Sometimes when the games are so penalty heavy, our NSOs are like physically writing down every penalty. They are writing what it was, what number, who called it. Literally, like, just so much writing. And so when there are 3 or 4 people in the box, it takes a lot. If this is exciting for you, we will be here again September 20th and 21st for Beast Brawl. That will be our B-level tournament. You'll find Denver here again with their layovers. You will find Boulder County Roller Derby here again with our Boulder Bolters. And you will have Los Alamos. I believe Arc Valley is coming. And we also have our home team champs game. So you will see the St. Vrain Valley Swamp Monsters, my home team, take on the High Peak Howlers in a riveting matchup. We played them in our last home team game, and it was a really excellent game. So I'm hoping it'll be a wonderful repeat. Blue is the best. Fun fact, Blue got a second cute little teabag tattoo here because we have flash tattoos. It's got a cute little kitty in it. So now she has matching teabag tattoos, one on each arm. Oh, as I assumed, Glitter Bomb and Miss Enigma would try to take the same line. They honestly skate really similarly in terms of like the hip flips and heading all the way to the line and needing a literal half an inch to get through. Big hit on Glitter Bomb, which is not easy, allowing Miss E to take lead jammer status in this Jam 15 of period 2 of Game 6 out of 8 this weekend. Glitter Bomb just fighting for her life in the back, but she will challenge those links and make it through. Miss E trying to come through for some points. Big hit. Again, Miss E is hard to hit down. I'm really impressed by B. Randy there, number 6'1" from NAZRD. Miss E is one of those people who we talk about in Boulder as just having like the most impressive core strength. It's like you hit her as hard as you can possibly hit her on the line and she doesn't move. Just doesn't move. Stop hitting her, she's precious, Vagician says. I would agree, but I also think she can kind of handle it. Vivian Slaya coming through post splits to gain lead jammer status here in Jam 16. It will be a power jam for Vivian Slaya as L on Wheels was called on a penalty and will be sitting in the box. Will that be a penalty? Nope, Vivian Slaya will make it through, but we do see the NAZRD pivot, Hugs and Stitches headed to the box. Not sure on what. NAZRD really trying to play some offense, but not finding success. Trying to spread the pack out here, but this pod really trying to hold it down, but Vivian Slaya will be through for 4 points. L on Wheels headed back to the pack, but Vivian Slaya is going to call it off before L can even have a chance. Smart call off from NAZRD there. 4 points on the board for NAZRD. Denver held scoreless, 73-147. Again, if you think this game is exciting, Game 8 at 6 p.m. is going to be this same matchup, and I have a feeling that both teams will come back ready to fight, ready to prove something, whether it is sustaining their lead or coming back from a loss. I just bet this is going to be such a good game. Holly Ween was called as your lead jammer, but that was a really close one. That was one of those ones where I don't know how the jam refs decide who gets lead. Big hit from Jet Set trying to clear some space. Mads Kills also taken out by number 1-3, Hugs and Stitches from NAZRD. Will we see points on the board for that one? It appears no. No points for you. I'm not sure that either team, both teams have taken one of their timeouts. NAZRD has used one of their official reviews. Will this be another one? Aha! See, they knew it was coming. They knew I wanted to talk, and so they said, let's call a timeout. Let's talk once again about some of our fabulous sponsors. I want to talk about Spirit Hound Distillery. They provide us delicious, locally distilled spirits that we use in our signature cocktails. This weekend we have a spicy margarita, the Phoenix Flame. I had one yesterday, and let me tell you, she was spicy and delicious. She was. The Spirit Hound embodies the passion for the new and the bold, inspired by the insatiable curiosity and boundless optimism of dogs. Spirit Hounds are ardent seekers of purity, quality, and perhaps above all, the best experiences life has to offer. The Spirit Hound never settles. Its nose belongs in the wind, attuned to sense and eager to explore new possibilities. Maybe you're like them. Maybe you too have the same insatiable appetite for discovery. The discovery of spirits, that is. I am not sure. I know Denver brought merch. I think I saw NAZRD at the merch table, but I don't know if I saw Sin City. I will try to find out for you. Glitter Bomb, again, just barreling off the line. She doesn't gain any speed off the line, and so I am just so impressed at the force with which she can hit without any momentum. But Yeety Bird is hot on Glitter Bomb's tail. I know the Hit Me Harder crop tops, right? They're so good. Their coach was wearing it in the first game of the day when Boulder played them, and I just was like, yes, please hit me harder. I like it. We do see the NAZRD coach holding up 4 fingers, hoping for some points. We've got some conferring officials, but I don't know if they're going to get them. They're going to get 2. We have agreed on 2. An official timeout so that that jam ref can go let the NSO table know. 1, 2, no, 0. What? Shenanigans, man. Technology is so hard. 73 to 150. There's those 2 points. 73 to 150 going into Jam 19. Miss Enigma against Vivian Slaya on the line as your jammers. Number 5-4 Freakenstein holding pack for everybody with a beautiful bridge. Although it really doesn't make a difference, we do all put our arms out like that in hopes that we look really big. Miss E through, and the crowd goes wild here for Miss E. Vivian has passed the star, but both the former jammer Vivian Slaya and the pivot are stuck in the back. Huge hit from Jet Set on that pivot, followed by a huge hit from Bash Tag. I would not want to be the recipient of those back-to-back hits. My God, let me tell you. Miss E coming in, hoping to get some points here, or some additional points. We hear call it off from the NAZRD bench, but they can't because they're not lead. Maybe that's not what they're saying. Maybe I'm deaf. Another big hit on that sweet pivot. Number 1, 2. Who is it? I can't find my list. Shenanigans. Shenanigans fighting for her life, trying to make it through. And I know that feeling all too well. Oh, getting a push by number 5-4 Freakenstein, only to be hit out by Bash Tag. But number 5-4 said, you know what? I'll help you out. I'll hit Bash Tag for you. Bash Tag guiding that jammer all the way out so that she has to recycle. We will see Miss E call that off after getting 8 points. NAZRD goes wild for shenanigans because, my God, taking a star pass and having to run the jam like that is just simply exhausting. One of our other fabulous sponsors, Do It Not All By Yourself, website development on a budget that doesn't suck. We can't do any of this by ourselves, whether it is this game, whether it is website development, whether it is just, I don't know, being a person. We cannot do it alone. So thank you again to all of our sponsors. Thank you to all of our volunteers, our officials, our merch people, our tournament sponsors, our medics, our photographers. It is just such a huge, huge, huge operation. We need at least like 7 or 8 on-skating officials. We need what feels like 37 off-skates officials. We need medics. We can only play when there are 2 medics with eyes staunchly on nothing but the game. No cell phones, no Instagram. You may not check that TikTok. No, ma'am. You may not. And if you even thought about swiping right on Tinder, don't do it. Wouldn't that be fun? Sponsored by Tinder. Denver really trying to make some points back, really close this point spread as much as possible. We do have a timeout at the moment. Unfortunately, we do have a downed skater, but our medics are on it and really taking such great care of all of us. I know for me, when I'm out there on the track, I love how supported and safe I feel when I've got everybody watching, and I just must trust that our officials are doing everything they can to keep the game as fair and safe as possible. We are going to see gameplay resume with Halloween and Elle on Wheels taking the jam line. Oh my God, thank you. 17 officials between SO and NSO. Maybe an alt if possible. I am not sure if the down skater is okay. I will keep you posted as I know more. Elle on Wheels will be your lead jammer of record. But we do see a quick star pass from Holly Ween to Hugs and Stitches. Beautiful offense from Denver. That is what we're used to seeing from Denver. That is what they do well, is get their jammer through without touching anybody. I have been personally victimized by Denver offense many times in my life. Smack overflow out on the jam line for Denver. Hugs and Stitches, who just took that star pass, said, why not? I'll just stay out. It's gonna be great. Once again, Denver getting 4 points and calling it off. Mads Kills really trying to get Smack through, and she does. Again, beautiful offense from Denver, and then defense coming back together. Big hip flip from Hugs and Stitches. Slam track will knock her out and that to me should be a cut track because Hugs and Stitches did not go back and recycle behind slam track. But what do I know? This is why I skate, not ref. Smack through for 4 points. Denver has really screwed their heads back on in this second half and said, no, we are going to do this. I know, big heart for Mads Kills. She came out of nowhere with that O, and it was stunning. Oh, and will she get another big hit? No, she will not. Bummer. Oh, Hugs and Stitches getting a cut track. Headed to the box. We also have the NAZRD pivot in the box. This will be a power jam for Smack Overflow. Someone else getting a cut track. No, another NAZRD blocker. Iced in the box for a cut track penalty. Rough days here for NAZRD, but Smack, though maybe Smack is a snack, who knows? We've got 6 points on the board for Smack Overflow. Seven points, I stand corrected. 92 to 150. Again, Denver just desperately trying to close this gap. Trying. Point by point, baby, we come back. Yeety Bird, as if there was no one in her way because nobody was in her way. Yeety Bird on a power start, but Hugs and Stitches now standing. Only about 10 more seconds for Denver to make some points happen, and she did. Beautiful pinch from Denver, leaving those two blockers from NAZRD unable to move. White, 1-3, Hugs and Stitches immediately got a cut when returning to the track. So we will see a continued power jam for Yeety Bird. Wes Slamderson, blocker from Denver, also headed to the box. And the pivot from NAZRD also headed to the box. I am really curious how close some of these NAZRD blockers are to fouling out, if I'm being honest. Yeety Bird getting a very enthusiastic suggestion to call it off. And holy guacamole, friends, both teams have crossed the century mark. 8 points on the board for Denver there. 100 to 150. Just over a minute left in this game. How many more points can Denver get before this game ends? We're starting with a power jam, which is bananas. I stand true. Number 1-3 has unfortunately fouled out. Hugs and Stitches has reached her max of 7 penalties. Holly Ween, the captain, replaced her in the box. Thank goodness Holly Ween is also a stunning jammer. This is a great moment for Denver to get lead. Holly Ween is through. Will we run this jam? I don't know. Denver getting the suggestion to call it, and we will see one more jam. Yes, we have had a couple of foul outs this weekend. Some pretty penalty-heavy games. And again, NAZRD skating with only 11 skaters on their roster this weekend. So what they have been able to achieve is, I mean, just, again, unbelievable playing from this team. Elle on Wheels and Holly Ween will be likely your final jammers of this game. Yeah, Magician, only 11, my dude. Oh no, Halloween with a directional. So this will be a power jam for Denver. This is exactly what L on Wheels wanted and needed. We see Denver having some really strong communication on the track. L saying, okay, you want to run? Let's run. But L did not go out. So we will see 4 points for L on Wheels. Denver is going to say, keep running it, because we are on a power jam. Sorry, y'all, I got distracted by the game and I stopped talking into the microphone. It's just that exciting. Big hit from a blocker on NAZRD, taking L's feet out from under her, which is going to get her a cut track call. This is what NAZRD wanted. They want a big final moment. But Wes Slamderson said, no, thank you, I don't want a big final moment for you. Yes, you see big calls from NAZRD saying, we have pack, we have pack. They had goaded a goaded. So when we goat somebody, we hold a blocker back. We say, no, 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 you may not cross. Halloween coming through. North Arizona saying, stop, spread this pack out. Let's get an out of play call going. We did get the no pack. Spitfire coming in for some O, but not helping. Halloween looking for a penalty to be called on keeper of the skates, but she's not going to get it. 20 seconds left in this jam, and L on Wheels is back on the track. Cat Possible swinging around those hips, but Halloween made it through. L on Wheels, though, also right behind her. 4 points on the board for both teams. 2 seconds left, and we all got our last-minute cardio in. 8 points on the board for Denver in that last jam. 4 for NAZRD. Unofficial score 112 to 154. Oh, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was wild. Thank you again to our officials. We could not do it without you, our medics, all of our volunteers. We are just so happy you're all here with us, whether it's in person or, like I said, on the interwebs. I am Kat Claus. I am going to go, I don't know, hydrate, take a nap, and get ready for my bronze medal game at 4 p.m. The Flatiron Phoenixes versus Sin City. Ace of Spades. My God, my brain froze. And we are so excited. You will have won the third place game at 4 p.m., the gold medal game at 6 p.m. If you would like to see Denver play NAZRD one more time, tune in. Thank you all so much. We are signing off for the final score of 112 to 154.